played a couple NBA. I played like an NBA game or two, but I think we're gonna grind out for a little bit. I'm gonna. So I played 3, and I'm gonna save up my money until the 7th game, just 4 games, and then on the 8th game I'm gonna upgrade my shit.
Big road trip coming up for the team, and it all starts tonight. If we can set the tone with the win here, it'll make a huge difference. The team's ready, and I know I'm ready. So I guess the next step is to just get out there and get it done. I feel like this one's on me, though. So time to earn my stripes.
I can't believe I got the fucking Kings, dude.
It's a featuring the Sacramento Kings. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgui Dieng comes in for Kevin Garnett. Muhammad, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Miller's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Sacramento also making some changes. Freak comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison. On the court for Sacramento, Freak in at shooting guard. DeMarcus Cousins out there.
Actually, I'm gonna change my camera.
There with Caspi. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, you know, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, you know, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. But Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Levine's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Butler comes in for Caspi.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Now, Freak, he's coming off a 13-point game against Houston. 4 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. They get it back. He feeds it to Rondo. Passes to Freak. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotation, and they paid a big price for it.
And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Bean with the rebound.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Jang with the screen for Miller. Dishes it to Jang. And it's Freak with the rebound.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Feeds it to Rondo. Kicks it out to Gay. All alone. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Gay's got his first basket of the night. And here is Muhammad. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Tie game in Minnesota. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump. So it's the Timberwolves now. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
And you know, Greg, in that blowout loss that you were alluding to, it was the turnover that really did them in. You can't give possessions away like that and expect to win.
Pekovic is out there with Jang, and it's Andre Miller. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad, and it's Levine in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets put together a nice one. He finished with 13 points, and it seemed every trip down he would end up at the line. A lot of free throws for him. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
And, you know, Rondo, a strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Pass to Cauley Stein. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rondo passes to Freak. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's Muhammad, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Freak's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Greg, you were talking about Rondo, and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. Now, he's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
For Minnesota, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And so Levine nails both of them.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And a wide open look for Freak.
Come on,
Sacramento
bro.
again missing. Rubio. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall
Come
for him.
on.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Minnesota on top, up by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Karan, what do you take away from the first half of play as to what the team needs to do when you guys come out to start the second half?
You got to come out with a lot of energy and just keep everybody involved, you know, mentally on the court. You know, everybody be prepared to go out there.
Like, just let me get in the paint, bro. I need to figure out how to run the plays on the court.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. The amount of scoring we got from close range was great. Keep looking to make those quick fire entry passes. It's hard to argue with a bunch of layups and 6-footers.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Just a dominating performance in the post by himself.
changes for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Zhang comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Muhammad in for Kevin Martin. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Casper. Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. Freak's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Darren Collison. On the court right now for the Kings, Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Caron Butler is out there with Cauley-Stein. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Rondo in at the point guard position. You look at Gorgui Dieng and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game's a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Freak.
Come on.
And the three off target.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
As to Pekovic. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. 1:25 left to play in the third. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Now here's Freak, covered by Wiggins. And it's good. Pop through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Pekovic with a screen on Rondo. The drive by Rubio. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. They get it again. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Minnesota?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Now here's Freak, guarded closer. Now the dish to Cauley-Stein. He kicks to Freak. There's the pass to Cauley-Stein. Wants to get it to Gay, and does. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
And, fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Here's Freak. To tie. Good. Freak's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Kings. Muhammad cannot hit. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. We're going to step aside for just a second, but
Hit that motherfucking set, right?
we've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back the fourth quarter of action. Wiggins is checked in for the Timberwolves. And a change for the Kings. Freak's checked in for Bellinelli. In the backcourt, Rubio and Muhammad. Garnett out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Cousins, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Wiggins up top to tie it up. He lays it in. Wiggins has got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
Defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Freak kicks to Cousins. Garnett with the block. The feed to Muhammad. Rubio outside. Towns at the elbow. Tipped away. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Collison. Wiggins with the block. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Muhammad to take the lead. And the shot is good from Garnett. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
They set the pick. There's Freak. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
How about the game for Freak? 12 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Kevin Martin, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Kings also making a change. Rondo's checked in. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kev. Well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Now here's Freak, covered by Wiggins. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
What the fuck?
Here's Rubio. 1:22 left here in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Martin. Another miss by Minnesota. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
And they don't want to let it slip away.
They grab their own miss. Freak. Good D
What
by
the
Rubio.
fuck?
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul.
Yeah,
That will be foul number 5 on him.
fucking garbage.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And it's Martin penetrating, gets the bucket, and the foul. Cousins, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Kings.
Those and ones can be really critical moments in a tight game like this one.
They set the pick. Here's Rondo. That one wide left.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
Pass to Caspi. He feeds it to Freak. No good from three-point territory. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
Fucking
That
bad.
ought to
Take
do
it.
it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And so here's Sacramento. Looking to end the run. Sinks it.
Down, not out. Focus and execute. Let's go.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come up.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Looks alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan player of the game. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
His play tonight, Ernie, was finally a bright spot for them, because you know that.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille...
I'm so excited.
The only color I care about is green. Money. We've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school, this isn't college, this is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right, money, dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, you know, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Wow, that's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the
I'm here to fuck you, mom, and make your
Mr. Dom
daughter cry. So shut your mouth. Fuck face. Trying to steal my money, hoe. Make your mama suck my dick.
My dad told me that, and I never cried more in my life.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 She said, "Oh no! Oh no! Oh hell!" Can you motherfucking load so I can play another motherfucking game? Already. Bro, that's like... That's not even 2 upgrades on...
Oh man, Anthony Davis. One of the most unique talents in the NBA. I see a lot of myself in him.
Destroy him.
I can't wait to face him and see if I can get the upper hand. I know I'm still a rookie, but it's the ultimate test to see where my game is at right now. I live for these moments. So bring it on, Brown.
Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros, vengo con las flores y los
The Pelicans are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Sacramento. And New Orleans also making a change. Perkins, he's checked in for Omer Asher. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. And it's Perkins in at the 5 spot. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
You know, guys, it's really amazing just how quickly Anthony Davis has blossomed into stardom. You know, by age 21, he was arguably the best player in the game. At age 17, he only had one scholarship offer for college, and that was from Cleveland State to play point guard.
The drive by Gordon. No good there off the double clutch.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Alvin Gentry. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
And thank you, Doris.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Butler comes in for Caspi. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson is checked in for Anthony Davis. Luke Babbitt comes in for Tyreek Evans. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. Butler kicks to Freak. The three-pointer, no good. Pelicans leading by 6. And the pass to Perkins. Kicks to Babbitt. Over to the left wing. Anderson, a screen on Rondo. 5 on the clock. Off the pick. And that's collected by Gay.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
There's the bucket. Good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Perkins with a screen on Rondo. There's 37 seconds left in the first. Screen by Perkins. Cole, the pass to Perkins. He got right to the cup using that screen.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. The Pelicans shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rondo dishes to Freak. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Freak. He feeds it to Butler. Tries it from the top of the key. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in. Here's Pondexter. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Pondexter's got his first points in this one.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah.
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive... Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with. Changes for New Orleans. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Cauley-Stein is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Caron Butler. And it's Collison in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Freak with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. And Cauley-Stein with the basket on the assist by Freak.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Screen by Perkins. Holiday attacking. Can't convert after the good screen. And, guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of two halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
On the wing, Evans fires the three. Shot is off. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
Holiday with another miss.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy.
And for Holiday, I love his effort. He works extremely hard. His injuries, no fault of his own, just a run of misfortune. Let's hope this talented young man can turn it around and keep it turned around from a health standpoint.
And looking at Drew Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
There's the screen, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Oh, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
The dish to Babbitt. Evans kicks to Pondexter. Pass to Holiday. Here's Babbitt. Sacramento grabs the miss. Gay's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Collison, the pass to Freak. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team, regardless of who was out there on the floor.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't. Look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Casper. Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. Freaks checked in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Anderson, he's checked in for Asha. Luke Babbitt comes in for Tyreke Evans. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. So for New Orleans right now, the big men are Anderson and Davis. Quincy Pondexter out there with Norris Cole. And it's Babbitt in at the 3 slot. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors made some nice plays. He picked up 12 points, but also put up 4 boards. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
To the paint, here's Davis, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Feeds to Cousins. From 20 feet out. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Davis. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
For Sacramento, they have made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Perkins, he's checked in for New Orleans. New Orleans moving it around. Anderson's shot is off.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
And we welcome you back as we get going here. Sacramento making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Cauley Stein. Freak comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Coles comes in for Drew Holiday. Freak in a shooting is out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Cole dishes to Davis. It's stolen by Rondo. Inside. Catchby with the bucket.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Pelicans leading by 19. And Cole kicks to Asik. Screen by Asik. The feed now to Gordon. On the wing, Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Gordon. And the Pelicans miss again.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pelicans.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shot.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Anthony Davis. And what the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Rondo. And the basket good.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And it's Freak missing.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Rondo. Pondexter, the pass to Cole. So we see New Orleans take it.
That was bad. I just started shooting shots at the end.
Well, Anthony, this win is...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
I don't give up about
He's always going to play with
stupid
the same
little horn
amount of
bitch.
energy. It's always full speed ahead with him. And we saw that tonight. Offensively, he plays as well as anyone.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
Told you, Don Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Don.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done.
Man.
I'll make the call.
In fact, not if we trust.
I told you you love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm gonna have you playing in those 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking if happen. Freaking if happen.
Yeah, give me them shoes, bitch.
Yeah. I think you dropped something. What you up there doing, light skin? Yeah. I think.
Are you ready to get checked for prostate? We answered Jacob and he goes, oh no. And I said, what if you like it? He goes, I have a story for you, Matt. And I said, no. And I said, if you want them to stop the soon, there's a doctor right there. He goes, stop it. It feels so good. Time for your prostate.
Fuck it, yeah, I need to stop. I just gotta upgrade everything right now. I need it.
I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. And right now for the Kings, they'd like to start. Change here. Young's checked in. The Kings also at the sub. Freak's checked in for Bellinelli. On the court right now for the Kings, Freak in at shooting guard. Caspi is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Collison, and it's Cousins in at center. Round kicks to Young. Hits the three-point bomb.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The Kings trail by 5. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things clutch. Out on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play with 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside too.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding positions. He wasn't set.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Lopez. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. And Ellington is subbed in for Markel Brown.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency from the 3. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
Let's now go to Doris Burke over across the way, who spoke with Lionel Hollins. And Doris, take it away.
He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding, he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow.
And that one's good. Freak. 1:37 left in the first. Rondo against Jack. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. And he gets it to go. Ellington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Freak. Can't hit. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And what a luxury when you have depth. I mean, a lot of their scoring in that win came from their reserves. And make no mistake, they carried the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the reserves, and they got it in that one.
.46 seconds left in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. Robinson pulls it in. The Nets have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And Jack kicks to Robinson. The pass to Freak. From deep three-point range. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. 6 points for Freak. Last outing for Sacramento, they won that game against the Bulls.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing young guys extended minutes, then all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Brown at the 2 with Johnson at the 3. Bargnani is out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Jack in at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5. And for Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. And for Lopez, last year was the first time since he was a rookie that he didn't start every game. I mean, that is
Substitution here for Brooklyn. Robinson's checked in for Lopez. Young comes in for Bargnani. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Johnson. And Ellington is subbed in for Jarrett Jack. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Gay. The shot by Ellington, no good.
You know, on the topic of Lopez last season, ugly beginning, but things got beautiful over the last 2 months. 55% shooting, nearly 20 and 10 a game. Some of the best numbers of his career. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He had 18 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. A performance like this was just the trick his team needed to snap their losing streak.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
Gay with the block. There's Freak. No good off the front iron. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle.
That was
a lot of contact
fucking more.
It's on Caron Butler.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Nets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
17 seconds left in the first half. They set the pick. Here's Freak. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good. Freak. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Brown outside. His first shot coming late. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that.
Now the third quarter have to get going. You look at Lopez. Young comes in for Bargnani. And Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Markel Brown. And then for Sacramento, McLemore's checked in for Casper. Freak comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison. On the court for Sacramento, Freak in a 2-guard. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Rondo in a point guard. Passes it to McLemore. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist from McLemore. And that's now 8 points for Gay.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat. And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system. And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Freak with it. 12 points for him. In the corner, it's McLemore. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Nets have gone 7-13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Young sets a screen for Jack. Young, right side. Again, Young missing. Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And Jack kicks to Robinson. Hollis Jefferson passes to Young. And Jack, here we go. Can't connect from short range.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And a wide open look for Freak. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Outside Jack. No one near him. Off the iron that time.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it. They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Come on, man.
And it's Freak missing. The Nets with the lead. And even 3-on-3 break.
Not good.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind. Professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced. And he proved it all again last season.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Brooklyn. Sacramento also making some changes. Cauley Stein comes in for Rudy Gay. And Caron Butler is subbed in for McLemore. Here's Freak. And he hits it to tie the game up. Freak's got 14 points for the game. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. And Young, here we go. Good, and Jack gets the assist. And that's now 9 points here for Thaddeus Young.
Boy, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
Rondo dishes to Freak. And the layup falls. Freak's got the game tied up here for the Kings.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game. He's checked in for Markel Brown. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Then for the Kings, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Cauley Stein. Gay comes in for Caron Butler. And Freak subbed in for Bellinelli. Johnson is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Young. Then it's Bargnani. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Nets 5. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Markel Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Jack comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Sacramento. Stolen by Gay. He dishes it to Freak. And it's sent back to the pass. And they're able to recover.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
No good from Jack. The Kings trail by 6. And Caspi kicks to Rondo. Down low, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Johnson. Lopez outside. To the middle. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Inside. Picked by Bargnani. 5 on the clock. Off the screen. Nice spin off the rim and in. Bargnani's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn. Rondo passes to Freak. Gay outside. Here's Freak. The three-pointer no good. Brooklyn leading by 8. Johnson kicks to Jack. Lopez a screen. Feeds it to Bargnani. Johnson in the corner. Knocks it loose. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Thaddeus Young is checked in for the Nets. 41 seconds left in the fourth. And now it's a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct
Team
they've
is
shown.
garbage,
Finishing
dude.
strong.
Why do I have to get drafted for this team?
Jack with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And Jack, here we go. It's stolen by Rondo.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9.
2 shots.
So Johnson hits 2 of them.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
That's all I'm
5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Freak. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Joe, congratulations on this win. This was a game where we saw plenty of great sequences, some nice runs put together. What changes for the team out on the floor when you guys start rolling like we witnessed here tonight?
We just picked up our energy and effort. We was able to get some stops, got out in transition, started making a few shots, and it just kind of got contagious.
Well, this was fun for us to watch, Joe. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Brook Lopez. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor.
Just a dominant display by Brook Lopez in the post tonight. Lopez is a threat on multiple levels. His offense is always going to be there, but his defense isn't far behind. And I don't think he gets enough credit for his rebounding either. He's solid all around.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some games, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
Sorry guys, I was looking at my YouTube channel, checking things out.
as I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff. The evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your images cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
No. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature. Right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. Sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B. Go ahead. Recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to run? That Shuttlesworth.
The fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. But let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make it flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Just like a weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some too.
Yeah, and get some nice free vet too.
Nah, but for real, no seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Fuck that. Keeping it 100.
Just hang on. You're a leech. What?
Are you really watching The Grinch now? Jim Carrey version? Ivy? The Jim Carrey version? You bitch. You bitch. You bitch. This motherfucking game can suck my motherfucking dick and suck your motherfucking cock, cause I don't give a fuck about it. You can suck my motherfucking dick. I'm gonna smack it in the face. I'm gonna.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's gonna be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
I'm pretty sure he has fucking Kyrie in this one too.
Affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. It's Wednesday Night Basketball live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at the Kings, they have been riding the bottom end of the middle of the Western Conference. 11th place right now.
It's always fun to be at home, Kevin. Home sweet home is what I like to call it, but you know what? They've got a tough visitor in the house tonight, and just because they're at home doesn't mean a win is going to automatically show up on the scoreboard. They've got their work cut out for them against this opponent here.
Yeah, and you know what? This wouldn't necessarily have been the first opponent you'd like to kick off a homestand. So you've got that to contend with, and especially with the way they've been playing here of late. This is going to be a challenge.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Mozgov and at the 5 roaming the paint. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence. Clark his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
And now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with David Blatt.
He told me he's wary about how they'll contend with DeMarcus Cousins inside. He said he's a beast in there, no doubt about it. Size, length, strength, and a ton of skill. The talent is really off the charts with him. And guys, he knows it won't be easy to muscle Cousins away from the rim, but he said that's what they've got to find a way to do. It won't be easy.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
Freak with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Screen by Cousins. Here's Freak.
I didn't mean to shoot that.
It's rebounded by Cleveland. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
It wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Irving dishes to Love. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And a wide open look for Freak. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And nothing to be ashamed of in that game. It was a great effort, I thought, all around. They just needed to have 1 or 2 breaks go their way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, both teams I thought played well enough to win the ball game, and yet it doesn't work out that way. There are no ties, so unfortunately they were the ones who came up short.
The Kings have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Fires for 3.
Please,
shot is no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
And you know, Greg, in that blowout loss that you were alluding to, it was the turnover that really did them in. You can't give possessions away like that and expect to win.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
Arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the league.
Agreed. That's good. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Smith outside, pass to Love. And a wide open look for James. The three-pointer is right on target. LeBron's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Sacramento making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Richard Jefferson. He's checked in for Love. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Smith. And it's Williams in for Irving. Now here's Freak. 5 points in the game. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Dellavedova, and they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
And Sacramento has possession. Freak in at shooting guard. Bellinelli is out there with Caspi. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Cousins in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Freak. And at last they get one to fall.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And here is Irving. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
Freak kicks to Bellinelli. Pass to Freak. The feed to Bellinelli. Stolen by Thompson. To the paint. Here's Jones. Good. And a nice assist for Williams.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans looked really strong. He dropped in 15 points, but also put up 4 boards. It was a complete outing for him, one that he hopes to be replicated here. Guys?
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, G?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
11 feet away. Here's Cousins. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
What a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Love, no luck.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And some changes here for the Kings. Ben McLemore comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for James Jones. Picked by Mozgov. Williams kicks to Mozgov. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Mozgov guy was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Mozgov was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember Clark back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
And that one's good. Freak's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Irving. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Smith wide open. He fires. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. The pass to Freak. Caspi dishes to Collison. And Cousins kicks to Freak. Feeds it to Collison. 4 on the shot clock. And a foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. And a pretty tight...
Gentlemen, over.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Freak really making a difference here.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 spot. Now here's Freak. Shoots a 3. Rebound Love. The drive by Smith. Here's Irving. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Irving's got the first points of the second half here for the Cavs. And stolen by Love.
Are you kidding me, dude?
And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. James, the pass to Smith. And a missed layup. The Kings leading. Collison dishes to Freak. Kicks it to Cousins. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov. For DeMarcus Cousins, his numbers have been flat out phenomenal. I mean, just incredible. Sometimes hidden by the lack of what's around him in Sacramento, especially, you know, Greg, when you compare last year's stats with other centers in the NBA.
Yeah, he's averaged nearly 5 points more per game than the next center. Top 3 in rebounding for all centers. This guy is the complete package down low.
And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kevin Love.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Cousins. And that one's drained from the low block. Cousins has got the lead up to 3 now for the Kings.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Love with the screen for Smith. Passes to Love. Releases from 15. Love with another miss.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Here's the screen. Freak with it. He's picked up by James. Screen by Cousins. And it's Freak missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Tries from 10, and Love with the basket on the assist by Irving. 8 points for Love.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
They now take the lead. And that's now 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
James, the baseline jumper goes down. LeBron's got 9 points.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And that one's good. And the Kings lead by 2. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Smith kicks to Love. Back to Smith. Dishes it to Irving. He feeds it to James. Love with the screen for James. Cleveland moving the ball around. The shot's good from Smith.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Back to Collison. Screen by Cousins. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Caspi gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Some changes for Sacramento. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Caspi. Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Darren Collison. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And it's Williams in for Smith.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
The Kings trail by 3. Stolen by Thompson.
What the fuck?
Down low, here's LeBron, and Butler sends it back, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Sacramento. And then for Cleveland, Richard Jefferson. Substitution here for Sacramento. Caspi, he's checked in for Cousins. Gay comes in for Butler. Freaks checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for LeBron. Smith comes in for Matthew Dellavedova, and Irving subbed in for Williams. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup. On the court for Sacramento, Freak in a 2-guard. Caspi is out there with Cauley-Stein. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Collison in at the point guard position. Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Here's Mozgov. Love, no good.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Cavaliers leading. Irving passes to Jefferson. He dishes it to Love. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here's Freak, covered by Smith. Here's Freak. And another 3 for Sacramento.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
It's a pick by Love. Now Irving. Back to Jefferson. Lots of room. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley-Stein's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Collison kicks to Cauley-Stein. Now the dish to Freak. Caspi passes to Freak. Cannot hit.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Here's Love. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in the league. And really, he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. The one misses, just the one make. Outside Irving. And another miss by Cleveland. Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get Love.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in. The Kings trail by 4. There's a screen. The drive by Collison. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Sacramento making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Here's Freak.
Come
Smith
the
with the
fuck
defensive
on.
effort. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Here's James. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
How was that a turnover on me?
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Irving kicks to James. LeBron is doubled. Down low. Here's Smith. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gay dishes to Collison. There's a good screen. Sweet little floater. Collison's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Let's catch up with Doris. Too much on the perimeter.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Smith right side. Back to James. 1:33 left to play in the final quarter. That's a 2 from Smith. Cousins pulls it in.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those when he misses when he's got that much room.
And it's Freak missing. Well, Cleveland shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Smith kicks to Irving. Pass to LeBron. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by the Kings.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
This is exactly what you can expect when you allow Rudy Gay to heat up. He's hard to cool on.
Uh, 58 seconds left in the game. Lets it go from 14. Good.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Irving against Collison. Freak with it. To the right side. Shot clock at 5.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet. Huge bucket.
I think the roof's about to come off this place.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Irving kicks to LeBron. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Yes!
Your heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the
basket. This happens 2 games in a row.
Here's Gay. Here's Freak. Sinks it.
Easy bucket.
Can't get the ball, man. Have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
For the win.
No.
Oh, that shot had a change, but no good. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You're just wondering what will happen next.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Derek.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
I don't know what got into him tonight. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
Yo.
Basquiat.
I never had this feeling.
I hate Christmas. Motherfucker. Oh my God.
How do you feel about it?
I gotta play the Pelicans.
The season hasn't gone the way we planned. But tonight, we've got an opportunity to affect the playoff race. These guys need the win, and we're standing in their way. So this game means something. And I intend to go out there and show them everything I got. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, your mama motherfucker got my dick.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. Guys, looking at Sacramento, they took the win in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Evans and Davis the forward tandem, and it's Perkins in at center. Now Holiday in the corner, it's Gordon. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Holiday dishes to Gordon. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
And it's Sacramento's ball.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game scored, was down to 13 a game last season.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan.
I just want to get this shit over with. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just ready to. Get this fucking 8-game bullshit over with. I'm gonna make bigger bank when I get into the NBA anyway. It'd be easier to upgrade.
How do you feel about...
Easy.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Great game last night. That's what I do, right? Yeah, you'd have a seat. Pagnati. How you doing? Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helped me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Since you mentioned it. Your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
Hey, if this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay.
I have a serious question, Donovan. Are lesbians hot? Like, if you saw two girls kissing, would it be hot? Like random strangers. Are they, if they're hot? If they're dyke? Two blondes with big tits kissing on the street. I'd be one of those blondes. White t-shirt, sprinklers on, kissing girl. No bra.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kinda hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
And a shot here of the arena from up top. Beautiful night here in Houston, Texas. It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Kings coming to town for this one. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. You look at Houston, 6 games off the lead. They're most definitely in the thick of things.
Well, it's hard not to like what they've been showing us lately. I mean, very solid basketball across the board. You can point to a lot of different areas where this team has been outstanding.
And that's why they've been winning so many of these games. I mean, they're just well-rounded. They get the job done on both ends. And when you're clicking like that as a unit, you're going to create problems.
What the fuck was that, man? Oh, we lost. Yeah. That's 3 fucking points. I got fouled at the 3-point line and hit one of the 2.
I know money isn't everything to you, freak. I find it hard to say that.
Alarms go off when I enter the building. I drink some, keep it in my poncho, light up like Castro, blow out from get-go, pro when I said go, roll like an afro, play like Ronaldo, hot like I'm death row, waiting, light as a pillow, down to my tiptoe, like I tie box
$275 per year, 21 years per game. .22 minutes per game, 270 22 minutes per game.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
Okay, this is what I was doing for
It is for this reason above all, I've decided to play for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Good job!
Brotherly love.
championship.
This is the part I hate.
You think so? And you know what that means?
I'm gonna get cha-ching.
I know.
Yes, my man. All right. All right, son. Congratulations. Three letters. M-A-X, baby. Let me see this contract. Let me see this contract.
Gotta call me right back. I gotta call finance. Yo, fool, where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Mr. Freak?
Yo, who's this?
This is Officer Vasquez with the 9th Precinct.
Officer Vasquez? What did Vic do now?
Mr. Freak, there's been an accident. Look, we're gonna need you to come down to the following address as soon as possible.
What kind of accident? Put Vic on the phone.
I can't do that, sir.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to talk to Vic.
Look, sir, we need you to come down as soon as you can.
No. Hey, listen. Put down the phone, and I don't want to hear it get picked up until Victor Van Leer's on the phone.
Give me the phone.
Put Vic on the phone.
Mr. Freak, Mr. Van Leer was killed in a car accident.
What's going on? Give me the phone.
The car he was driving was registered to you. We were able to identify him from the
Listen
flyers
to
of the
me.
possession.
Freak,
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Freak, give me the phone. Hi, excuse me. Hi. Yes. This is Cece. This is Freak's manager. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, yes, look, we're gonna need somebody to come down and identify Mr. Van Leer. Eyewitnesses say that he was involved in a car chase. 2 cars were chasing him, and as the chase escalated, he eventually lost control and crashed. Look, I'm really sorry for your loss.
Hello. Outside of the deceased, was anybody else injured?
Vic died in a car accident. What? Yeah, they said he was in a car chase.
No.
Freak, I'm sorry. He died.
I'm so sorry.
Sis, all started here.
Yep, right here in the dome.
Salutations. I am Sharonis Jackson, portraying the role of Frequency Vibrations, aka Freak. I am from the Inland Empire, California, Philadelphia born. Just showing love to everybody out there. That's an FOF.
Hello, world. It's your boy Wade Wilson, aka Vic Van Leer, Basquiat, and FOF, friend of Freak. Hey, I was born in Oakland, raised in Richmond, represent all day. Love y'all.
What's up, world? My name is Michelle.
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that your career is progressing and your brand is growing, you will be challenged with managing increasing demands off the court. In between games, you'll have decisions to make on how to spend your off days. Will you refine your skill on the court and work on increasing your attributes in live practices?
Now they're all 95% interested, 87% interested. My 60 overall.